It's time I do a review on Funny You Should Ask. This airs on local stations. It's syndicated. In some areas it airs on CBS, some areas NBC, some areas ABC. You get the idea. It's a syndicated show. Similar to how Hollywood Squares was in the 90s and the 2000s. And the sad thing is, Hollywood Squares is actually a better show than this. If anything, Funny You Should Ask is actually better than Hip Hop Squares. Show-wise, that is. Personally, I hate Hip Hop Squares. Hollywood Squares and Hip Hop do not add up. But back on topic. Let me explain how the game works. You got 6 celebrities. Now, the panelists on the show they have on the show normally, you would have Gabriel Iglesias, Sherry Shepherd, Louis Anderson, Bill Bellamy, Cheryl Underwood, John Lovitz, Tim Meadows, Jackie Harry, Howie Mandel, Cedric the Entertainer, Caroline Ray, Natasha Leggero, Bill Engvall, and Anthony Anderson. On the episodes, they alternate between those several people. But Louis Anderson appears in practically about every episode of Funny You Should Ask. He was also the host of Family Feud in the 90s, the late 90s to early 2000s. The show was presented by John Kelly, who unfortunately I have no information about him, so please don't ask. It's a show similar to Hollywood Squares as mentioned, but it's without the Tic Tac Toe portion. Basically, the host says, you have to predict if this celebrity is telling the truth or if they're fibbing. The host asks them a question, and then the celebrity guesses the answer, and then it's the contestant's job to say, I think they are right, or I think they are wrong. They predict correctly, they get money in their bank. If not, they don't get money in their bank. It's basically Hollywood Squares without the tic-tac-toe portion. Personally, I'll stick with Hollywood Squares any day, which I wish they would just bring back the normal Hollywood Squares instead of going with different variations. I mean, whose idea was it to come up with the hip-hop version of Hollywood Squares? It's dumb. If they just want normal Hollywood Squares, just stick with the normal routine. In fact, my favorite variation of Hollywood Squares would have to be from 2002 to 2004. They had the best bonus round. Also, back onto the gameplay of Funny You Should Ask. Round 1, each question is worth 100, then 200 in round 2, and 300 for round 3. And the contestant with the most money on their scoreboard at the end of the game, when they play the sound effect, time's up, they move on to the bonus round. And if there's a tie at the end, well, they have a tiebreaker. I have yet to see a tiebreaker, so please don't ask what that does. But in the bonus round, there are a total of 3 questions. The first question has 3 answers. You got the right answer, a wrong answer, and a stupid answer that one of the celebrities makes up. If they get it right, they move on to the second question and play for more money. The second question will have 4 answers. And as always, one answer is a made-up answer, and the other 3, one of them is right. And if they get that one right, they move on to the final question, which has 6 answers. 1 is correct, the other 5 are wrong. And like always, one of those 5 wrong answers is a hilarious zinger answer, as mentioned. It's a made-up answer that the celebrity says. Anyway, that's Funny You Should Ask. If I were to rate this show on a scale of 1 to 10, I personally give it a 6 out of 10. Also, I forgot to mention, the theme song used for the show is called Happy. Although I do have to criticize Taylor Swift for ripping off Happy with Shake It Off. I'm sorry, but Shake It Off is a complete rip-off of Happy. That's all I have to say. Before I go into a different topic, which I don't want to do, I'm going to end off this video. So, in conclusion, if you want to give Funny You Should Ask a watch, I say go for it. But stick with Hollywood Squares. In fact, if you're watching this King's World, or, I'm sorry, Sony Pictures, bring back Hollywood Squares. Hollywood Squares is a fun show. In fact, if they're going to discontinue Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, since that's what I've heard, they might as well put Hollywood Squares in that position. That's just my theory. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching.